YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you. Alright, there's a bunch of topics I want to get to, so I'm just going to start rambling away. Number one, I'm still getting messages about my last video where I agreed with McCoy that he was the best running back in the league. Alright, people are still spewing stuff at me that I already covered in the video. And it's just not, it's like going through one ear and out the other. Like it's not, you know, stopping to say hello to the brain or anything. Like it's just right out. People want to sit there and say, you know, stuff like, well, Peterson is the offense. They know he's going to get the ball, and so they stack the box up, and he still gets his yards. Well, hello, you just pretty much answered your question. They know he's going to get the ball. He is the offense. Well, he's going to get a lot of carries. And in football, as a running back position, if they're all at the line, you break through that line, and you get past them, now there's not many people on the other side to stop you. You're gone. So Peterson's going to get a bunch of like 2-yard runs, 3-yard runs, 1-yard runs 50, 1-yard runs, 3-yard runs, 1-yard run 40. You know, it's, I mean, come on. McCoy has weapons on his team. Yeah, all fine and good. That takes touches away from him. You know? And you got to think about him. He came from an Andy Reid offense. What was Andy Reid's biggest flaw? The things that all Eagles fans just bitched about. He wouldn't run the ball. You get Chip Kelly, who will run the ball. Look what happened. Who led the league again? Oh, it was McCoy. That's right, yeah. You see? I mean, fuck, people. You don't think. There was one year where I thought Andy Reid kind of ran the ball a little bit. It was actually 2011. You know, that's probably the only... Actually, yeah, in 2011, guess what happened? McCoy had 17 rushing touchdowns. 20 overall. Broke the franchise record. I mean, it's... You see what happens when you give him the ball? He is the best running back in the league. He is. Even if you think Peterson's still the best rusher, that's fine. But you add in receiving, McCoy's the best all-around back in the game. And the only one close to him that could make an argument is Jamal Charles. I think Peterson's actually the third best running back in the league. Not even second. Third. If you use your brain instead of just, you know, letting people spoon feed you bullshit. PFT took a poll, and Peterson won by like 2 or 3 thirds or 2/3. It was like, there's that many idiots in the world that can't think for themselves. That can't, you know, they either don't know football or they just, you know, and not all my opinions are right. They're not, you know, but I don't think it's an opinion. I think it's a fact. Just, you know, I'm not even trying to look at the numbers. Just Peterson is very one-dimensional. McCoy is not. It's whatever. We're not back in freaking 1950 where, you know, running backs are only measured by how they run. Anyway, that's that. You know, people just spilling out same stuff. It's like, just think for yourself, people. Number 2, what was I going to do? Oh, a lot of people are getting on EDP. I saw his video. Man, that boy pissed. You guys pissed him off. Where he's being like really negative and everything about stuff. Now, the one thing I will say is, yes, I do disagree with him. I do not think the Giants are going to win the division. I have the Giants in 3rd place, actually. I have the Eagles first, Redskins, Giants, then Cowboys. I just look at the Giants and Cowboys, and they just kind of look like they're, you know... I mean, we were dominating the division in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, basically because of injuries slipped up in 2005, but we won it back in 2006, you know, basically dominating the division, okay? And then the Cowboys and Giants, they started to rise a little bit, you know? It was like a different one every year, you know, between us three. And then I just see them starting to, you know, I see them doing this, and then us doing this. And it's just what I see, you know. Redskins are the X factor. They could completely suck, or they could give us a run for our money. They're the X factor, you know. You don't know. Robert Griffin had a promising rookie career. I'm not going to say, or promising rookie year. I'm not going to say it was amazing, because we've seen, you know, crazy shit in the NFL. But it was definitely promising. And then he just had, you know, was it the injury? Was it him butting heads with Shanahan? If that's the case, then those are no longer issues now. Got a new coach. Is he good? Is he bad? Don't know. I mean, I do know he's a passing coach. I'm not sure if RG3 is your prototypical passer, but he could probably get the job done here and there. It's just when I think about mobile quarterbacks, and I don't mean mobile as in they can run, like Aaron Rodgers, he can run. But you think about Aaron Rodgers, you think more about his passing. Players like Michael Vick and RG3, you kind of look at them and you think about them running. That's just the first thing that pops in my mind when you talk about them is their rushing ability. Those type of quarterbacks just get figured out. It must be something to where maybe they've relied on their athletic ability so long that they're not as sharp because they didn't have to be. They didn't have to work at it like everybody else did. They could just get by everything. Well, now you can't, so now you have to work on it. Maybe they struggle. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. But people, can you really figure out a Peyton Manning? Can you figure out a Tom Brady? Can you figure out these passing quarterbacks? How do you, because people are sitting there saying, well, Nick Foles, he's going to get figured out. How do you get figured out? How do you figure out someone who is a good decision maker and accurate? What's the secret? How do you beat them? I mean, I'm sure they can find tiny little things here and there, but I mean, like, it's common shit. It's common shit that you'd want to do on every quarterback. It's it's whether you can or not. You know what I mean? Like getting pressure in a quarterback's face. Peyton Manning, he does not like pressure right up in his grill. And honestly, I could go out and play backyard football because I can fling it around good. I'm pretty accurate. Not NFL accurate, but for backyard accurate. And when dudes are in my face, it frustrates me. Like, I'm 6'1", I'm not that tall. And I have trouble seeing over them. So you have to lob the pass up to have a trajectory so it kind of go up and then down in the breadbasket where you want it. And plus it's uncomfortable and you have to make a quick decision, all that stuff. It's very uncomfortable having people, that's commonplace shit. They want to do that to any quarterback. How do you make Nick Foles, because he led the league. I mean, I can understand if he just had a good pass rate because he dinked and dunked all the time. But he led the league in yards per attempt. Alright? So, or yards per completion, one of the two. But like, so he obviously, so what does Foles do that Peyton Manning doesn't? What is it's like, I'm not trying to compare him to them guys. I'm just saying that like it's different trying to figure out the kryptonite to RG3 than it is for Nick Foles, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, I mean, I don't think Nick Foles is going to duplicate the season he had last year. He had some luck, too. I mean, there was a couple throws he made. I remember, like, 2 in the Green Bay game. 2 touchdowns, long touchdowns that he got lucky with. I think of a interception he had in Arizona that got called back, holding, guy was nowhere near the play. So there's some luck involved, too. He got some lucky breaks as well. But, I mean, so just because I don't think he's going to duplicate, I mean, because if you actually put up his numbers and expanded them, averaged them out for a full season, this is what Foles did last year. Like about 42 touchdown passes, over 4,500 yards, and 3 or 4 interceptions. Yeah, that's good. that's good. So, do I think he's gonna be on pace for that this year? He can be. I'm not gonna, I would never take anything away from a player. I'm not gonna ever sit there and say you can't do something, because then watch him go and do it and prove me wrong. Maybe look like an idiot. But I don't foresee it. No, I think he's gonna come back down to earth a little bit, but still be good. I still think he'll lead us to the playoffs. Hopefully, we win a playoff game this time. I mean, it's just how I see it. So yeah, so don't be mad at EDP. It takes a lot of balls to sit there and say that you think a division rival is going to win the division ahead of time. Like, that takes balls. Because honestly, that even made me cringe listening to it. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. No, you did not. Oh man, come on. Like I was cringing. I was like, all the Giants fans like, yeah, that's what I thought. Man, shut the fuck up. Dude's on crack. You ain't winning shit. But you know, like, hey, he's just voicing his opinion. That's why we're on camera. I don't care if you're a YouTube partner and you got all these subscribers. I don't care if you're just, this is your first video on, you know, and you got 0 subscribers. I don't care who you are. You get on here and you're either teaching something or showing something or giving your opinion. And that's all it is, giving an opinion, you know. He's obviously an Eagles fan. He's not going to sit there and lie and sit there and say he thinks the division champs or a division rival is going to be champ. You know, I mean, why would he even want to think that? But it's just what he thinks. It's up to the Eagles to change his mind. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. Oh, if you're watching this, I'm going to be uploading another video pretty much at the same time as this, and you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. It's very beneficial. Later.